Hello friends, and welcome to this tradition unlike any other, the 2026 Masters edition of Beat the Bookie, of course, alongside former high school golfer Andrew Della Piana. I'm Adam Avin. We are delighted to help you bring in some money. It's the Masters, Andrew. We have to be classy today.
Yeah, we do.
We do. Except I have my Masters shirt on with the logo.
That's beautiful. Hopefully they can see that. I got the nice green tie on. It's just fitting for a special event like that.
You know, Augusta, the color of the Masters is green. We want to put green right in your pockets, obviously. Before we get into the actual golf talk, in typical Masters fashion, it's important we take a look back to the past. The last time I was on this very program, and I will say things didn't go as planned. Yes, it was $30 in the red, now $45 because my future did not hit. However, it was college football season, and 3 games I picked incorrectly went down to the wire. And the teams that had winning, Andrew, by the way, they all lost in the final minute. So very quickly, one Saturday afternoon flipped on its head, but also very easily could have been a winning day. So luckily for you guys, now we have 4 days at Augusta to make some money and earn it all back.
That's good. I mean, it feels like most of our bets will lose in the final minute anyway, so it's only fitting.
It's golf. Expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
Well, I'll have my best bets for the weekend, plus a parlay as well, as will you.
Yes.
But Andrew, first we got to see how our dear friend and our big golf guys, well, Jake Klein did last week, and if he was able to beat the bookie. And he did.
You know, talk about green.
Look at that. Talk about green. $64. Jake had some success last week. Look at that. Big one in the MLB. Big loss on the women's basketball college championship game. UConn did not cover, or in the semifinals, Final Four. They did not cover because
I think it was the beard that won them all that money. That's why he won so much.
I agree. Look at that goatee on Jake Klein over there.
He's very happy in that photo, isn't he?
He's very happy in that photo that he won a lot of money. Out of anybody who would be not happy that they won money, Jake Klein would be that person. Yeah. Where does he stack up to the rest of our hosts from this semester in terms of the success? Right at the top, April 3rd. And look at who's in second, Arnav, January 30th. That is how far it took for someone to win some money, ADP. What stands out to you on there? Which friend of ours lost so much?
I like seeing Luke Burgess at the bottom.
I know you do.
He lost $67.
6-7.
That guy's really bad at betting. Adam Hipsky, this guy that's like the college basketball, former executive producer of the show, minus 54.
Yeah, it's an embarrassing one from Adam Hipsky there. Luke Burgess, though, all the way at the bottom, probably the biggest golf guy on this list, maybe the worst golfer on this list.
He is pretty bad.
And you know, he's probably pretty upset that he can't be doing the show. But okay, I think, Andrew, it's time for us to go ahead and beat the bookie.
Hey, Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money!
Avin's picks will come up in just a little bit, but it's time for my parlay, and I don't always bet, but when I do, it's on the Masters, just like that old beer commercial. Well, this year's tournament, though, feels a little bit more wide open than usual. Scottie Scheffler, an obvious threat to win, even if his recent form hasn't been at its peak. And to build in some margin of I don't think he's going to win, a top 5 finish makes a little bit more sense here. He's won the Masters twice in the past 4 years and finished 4th last year. I'd put his chances of landing in this top 5 pretty comfortably above 50%, yet he's priced at plus 135 right now. Just doesn't sound right exactly. Next up, a top 10 finish for Xander Schauffele. He looked really sharp during that Florida swing, placing 3rd in the Players' Championship, 4th in the Valspar Championship, and I think his well-rounded game fits a demanding course like Augusta. He's finished in the top 10 in each of his 3 Masters appearances as well. For a pair of top 20 finishes, let's start with Jordan Spieth. He's practically built for Augusta. In his 12 Masters appearance, let's run through some numbers. He has that 1 win back in 2015, 6 top 5 finishes, and 8 top 20s. And of course, they got those wide fairways, and you know, Spieth has the occasional inaccuracy off the tee, and few players read those tricky greens better than Spieth. Like I said, that recent form hasn't been great, but it feels like a top 20 finish here is well within reach. Finally, let's talk about Corey Conners, the Canadian. Augusta, often described by many as that second shot course, and Conners amongst some of the best iron players on the tour. He's recorded top 20 finishes in 4 of his last 6 Masters starts, ranking him a strong candidate to do so. Again, I got $5 to win over 200. Might be tough. Yes, the odds go against you, but I feel pretty confident in this group to get it done. We'll send things back over to Adam with his best bets.
All right, ADP, I like where your head's at. You picked some pretty good golfers, but I do hope my parlay does better than yours later on. However, before that, let me start with all my best bets for the Masters. And why not start with the first round taking place on Thursday? There are so many good groups you'll want to keep your eye on, but one instantly stood out to me above the rest. 3 of the best golfers of the 2020s are paired up together: Matt Fitzpatrick, Xander Schauffele, and Bryson DeChambeau. While all 3 of these guys can certainly be in contention to win the whole tournament, this group seems like one that Bryson will want to destroy. As the main LIV Golf star, there is no player who'd want to beat his former PGA teammates like Bryson. I expect him to start off firing early and have a killer opening day. Everyone remembers how close he was to hurting Rory's win last year, and even he admitted that he loves pushing his opponent's buttons. And I think he'll show the whole field how badly he wants this, so give me $5 on Bryson DeChambeau to be the Masters Round 1 leader by the end of the day. Sticking with the first round, there are plenty of guys who I think can have a good start, but not win. To me, JJ Spaun is one of those guys. Everyone remembers his electric putt last year to secure his US Open win, which really put him on the map. His putting has actually gotten him into some trouble this year, but you have to putt well at Augusta, and he's shown that he can do that on the big stage. Plus, he's literally coming off a win last week at the Valero Texas Open. So why not ride the hot hand again? I don't think he'll be in contention to win the whole thing. But in an easy round 1 group with Maverick McNeely and Tyrrell Hatton, who neither have played great this year, means Spaun can come out on top. So let's throw a fun $15 on JJ Spaun to win his round 1 group at plus 175 on opening day. A very random bet, I know, but I believe it. You should too. The Masters brings all of the excitement, and you never truly know what to expect. The big bet everyone tries to predict year after year is whether or not a hole-in-one will take place at Augusta National. If you watched the par 3 contest on Wednesday, you know there was no shortage of them. But the real Masters, the pressure of swinging off the tee box of hole 12 at Amen Corner, there is nothing like it. In fact, it's been 4 years since the last time anyone sunk an ace at the Masters. And that's exactly why I don't think it'll happen again this time around. The odds for no hole-in-one being an underdog at plus 120 just seems like easy money to me. $20 on no hole-in-one this week. Enough of the fun random bets, let's get serious and back to the player side of things. While all the favorites, the veterans who have played Augusta a bunch of times, are all the talk, yet there are plenty of guys just completely flying under the radar right now. And Jacob Bridgman is absolutely one of those guys. At just 26 years old, he's set to play in the Masters for the first time ever this week. But he's sneakily having maybe the hottest season on the PGA Tour so far. In all 8 starts this year, he's finished top 20 in all of them, top 10 in half, and winning the Genesis back in February, taking home just a measly $4 million. Having a win under your belt is important, but to me, what's way more impressive is the consistency. We know the Masters tournament is built different. His trajectory from this year, though, says Bridgman could easily be a top 20 finisher, but we're trying to make money. So if this first-timer can play the way that I think he can, a top 10 finish is possible. Give me $10 on Jacob Bridgman at plus 320 to finish in the top 10, including ties. Just a little bit of safety on a risky bet. Another guy playing in his first ever Masters this weekend is Ben Griffin, who last year had one of the best seasons in PGA recent memory. It felt like he kind of just came out of nowhere. Nevertheless, he did put his name on the map. In 2025, Griffin won 3 times and had an extra 12 top 10 finishes. Here's a stat for you as well. Each of the past 3 Masters winners had at least 1 PGA win and 7 top 10s in the season prior. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Ben Griffin will win the Masters, but I do think he'll compete. It's been an up and down year to start 2026, but he has had 4 top 30 finishes, plus he's hungry to show off in his first career Masters that he can be there. Let's put $10 on Ben Griffin to finish in the top 20 outright. Now those are a couple good American players, newbies, who I think can make waves, but there are so many players from other regions who can compete. At least regions is what the subject is on FanDuel. I love Tommy Fleetwood, and this one was interesting to me. Top English player category. And remember, Rory is Irish, so he's not in this. But out of a betting group with Justin Rose and Matt Fitzpatrick, I think Tommy Fleetwood can come out on top with the title of top English player. But I still like those guys too, so I didn't want to put a cap on this, like a top 10 finish. But top Brit, that one's funny to me. Give me $10 on plus 230 odds for Mr. Fleetwood to make us some money. And now to wrap up my best bets, we have a special one. I've been putting cash on the underdogs, but I also got to cover my bases. And when I saw a bet that said either Scottie Scheffler or Rory McIlroy to win outright, and then I look and I saw plus 320 odds. That's as great odds as you can get for that. I mean, we're talking about literally the 2 best golfers in the world. They should be the favorites, and I know there's so many other players that people think can win. But would anyone be surprised if either of those guys won? No! So this is a safe bet because it's possible. Give me $5 on this special, Rory or Scottie to win outright in 2026. Oh boy, that was a lot. I'm officially running out of breath. So, Andrew over there, take over for a second. How about you recap some of our semester's worth of futures for everybody?
Sounds good. I've already gotten the spirit of the golf club, too. I went with the pitching wedge for this weekend's episode. So take your breath, Adam. Let's talk about the futures that have maybe gone right. Arnav with a UCLA women's basketball capturing the national championship. That's got to be pretty good, right? Something that maybe a lot of people didn't expect to happen in the women's basketball tournament when UConn and South Carolina were the heavy favorites, and then the Bruins go off and pull off a nice little first NCAA national championship since 1978. So that's Arnav cashing in big with the Bruins winning on the women's side. But let's take a look through the entire futures so far, and here's what it kind of looks like. Every one of those has happened so far, and somehow we're in the positives. Plus 15. Arnav, of course, with that big one to cash it in at a 70 total. Max Gifford, Nate Cunningham, Luke Burgess, big surprise also in the negatives. And we've also talked about stuff that can happen in the future with your bets. Maybe even your parlay can hit in the future. How does that sound?
I like the sound of that, my friend. It's parlay time, my par 3 lay, because Augusta is known for its beautiful par 3 contest. And I have 3 legs for you that I feel really good about. Andrew's parlay earlier was a little bit more specific than mine. I went for good value picks, and the top 20 finish, including ties section, is a pretty fair barometer to me of good value. Top 10 is risky, top 40 there's really no value at all, so I went right in the middle for this parlay. So let's get into it. First up, your favorite left-handed player in the field, Ashke Bhatia, to finish in the Masters, top 20 including ties. I love this pick because I'm an analytical bettor. Last year, our friend Luke Burgess placed a bet on this very program on Bhatia to win top 5 because of feel, to finish in the top 5. That was wrong. Right? But let me tell you why this year top 20 finish is possible. In his past 5 starts, Bhatia has won a signature event, posted 3 top 10s, and no finish worse than tied for 16th. Plus, in his first 2 Masters in his career, he's made the cut both times, and he's improved each year. So lock in Ashke Bhatia. There you go, plus 140 to finish in the top 20 with including ties. Next pick, we got Chris Gotterup, also at plus 140 to finish in the top 20 as well. This is a guy with 2 tour wins in the first month of the year and 5 total top 10s. He's not a veteran Masters player at all, also his first one. But I love the possibility of Gotterup turning heads at Augusta this year. Plus, he's one of the best long-distance drivers on tour right now. He's top 5 in long-distance driving. You have to put the ball in good spots on tough fairways. This guy can do just that. The last one should be fairly respected, I think. Plus, it's the only favorite on this parlay. Still a top 20 finish, including ties bet. Last year's runner-up, Justin Rose, at minus 115. This guy is obviously one of the best players in the country. He still is, and even at his age, he's never slowed down. And he clearly knows his way around Augusta still, better than 90% of the field. It feels like a guy that can finish in the top 20 nearly every year, and he pretty much does just that, with the exception of a couple years ago. Justin Rose is always competing. So there you have it. We got 3 legs right here, $10 to win around 100 for you. That is pretty good there, if I don't say so myself. So, Andrew, my friend, I think it's about time we talk about our winners.
Yeah.
How about that? You like that?
It's the big kahuna. Let's do it.
That's what everyone watching Beat the Booker right now wants to know. But we do need to get to some of our friends who also have some future bets on the Masters from this semester.
Check in on them.
Our 2 friends, Jake Klein and Gabe Perrin, both believe, and they have in common, that there is one winner who's going to take it home at Augusta National this year. That is Ludwig Åberg. Ludwig Åberg.
Sure.
Both of them believe, you see on your screen,
sure,
plus 1,900 odds, both Gabe and Jake believe that Åberg will win the Masters this year. We know that's both of their guys. He's always competes. You know, he was just a runner-up a couple of years ago at Augusta. So it's not a crazy pick, but I don't know. To me, this doesn't feel like his year just yet. I think he's still a couple years away. What do you think?
I agree. Yeah, he's not there just yet with some of the top dogs. I think we'll talk about in just a second.
All right. Well, we've talked about a bunch of players today. We both had our parlays, all the best bets, but I want to hear from you first. Who do you have winning the Masters this week?
It's actually the guy you have coming out of a first-round top spot, because gone are the days of Bryson DeChambeau calling Augusta a par 67, if you will.
Can't do that.
He's humbled himself and has turned into a legitimate contender at this tournament over the past couple of years. Back in 2024, led in round 1, was still co-leading at the halfway point before a back-to-back over par rounds dropped him that 6th place finish. Then you look at last year, took another step forward, and while that final result only 1 spot better, serious threat throughout, was inside the top 5 all week long, holding 2nd place after that 2nd and 3rd round. So there's little doubt that moment got to him in the stretch. Particularly, I think Rory might have had the mental edge a little bit more.
I mean, you see him hit the shot on 16.
Oh,
man. I mean,
it was unbelievable.
How do you not get in your head?
But now with Bryson having some experience to draw, and I believe he's a player who learns from these situations and looks a little bit more positioned to take that step forward and get to that green jacket.
I like that. I do, like I said, I do think Bryson will start off well, but I don't know if he ends up with the title. I don't know.
He's working on that short game, all right? Putt for some dough.
But while the competition that he's playing, the known competition he's playing against Liv at, you know, is that gonna help him in the Masters?
He's well rested. He's all well rested. They only play 3 rounds.
You think it's all been
it's all building up.
You think it's all practice?
Exactly, it's all practice.
All right, well, yeah, it's just practice.
Yeah.
I'm talking about practice.
Thanks,
but for this guy, who I have winning, the Masters is nothing but practice because he did it last year. For my winner, I know, you see it in your face, Rory McIlroy will go back-to-back as a champion of the Masters. And let me tell you why. Because I think if you're a golf fan and you followed Rory's career for a long time, wouldn't the most Rory McIlroy thing ever be
to choke again?
Not to choke.
Oh, okay.
It would be to choke for 15 straight years, finally win the Masters, and then do it again back to back. If you know Rory McIlroy, that's literally his whole MO. Is like, I'm gonna keep losing until I win, and then once I win, I don't stop winning. So I kind of think this is just what I feel. It's in the water.
He's gonna be so full though from the Champions Dinner. He didn't make it Irish though.
You know what I heard? He didn't make it Irish enough because he said he wanted it to be good.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
And he has Georgia and America on his side right now. I feel it in the air. Rory McIlroy is going to win the Masters. But that's who I got. That's you got. Let's take a recap of everything that we had going on today. You see right here behind us. So you got your parlay, Andrew. Scheffler top 5, Schauffele top 10.
Top 20, those not including ties in those.
Not including ties.
So
you're going outright because I like a little safety net there.
I know. Just free fall. Let's see where it goes.
And Corey Connors top 20. That's a plus 3,200.
I'm gonna go big, go home.
Just $5.
It's the Masters.
Just $5 in that.
Right, it's the Masters.
You're playing it safe, but a little risk there. I like it.
Of course.
I like that. All right, then on my best bets, we had Bryson DeChambeau, just $5, round 1 later. You don't know how that was going to shape out at the start of any tournament, but plus 1,700. One of the favorites for that. I like his odds. Top $15. JJ Spawn to win his round 1 group. Maverick McNeely and Tyrrell Hatton on the Live Tour has played really bad this year. Look, he's not the favorite in his group. McNeely is, but McNeely has only made half the cuts of this year. I don't feel it. JJ Spawn coming off a win last week. I like that. No hole in one. Is this that crazy?
Why is that always an underdog?
Why is that underdog? I don't get it. Plus 120. I feel like that's an easy $50 thing. Whatever. $10. Jacob Bridgman, a guy who's flying under the radar right now. I like that. Top 10 finish. I think they'd be pretty good. Plus 320. Ben Griffin, top 20. It's been a slow year for him, but I think this could be a cool opportunity to kind of put his name in a major. So it's plus 300 there. He didn't get to play last year, even though it was a great year. His name wasn't known yet, right?
Correct.
Tommy Fleetwood, $10. Top English player. That's a little fun one. Top in the region group on FanDuel. I saw that one.
You could have Connors as a Canadian for me.
Yeah, sure. I was like, why not? Let's throw one out there. Scotty Scheffler or Rory McIlroy to win, plus 320. I feel like that's easy money.
You kind of double dip, if you will.
I did kind of double dip, but also if he doesn't win, that covers the bases on the Rory pick as well for the win. My parlay to wrap things up: Ashke Bhatia, Chris Goddard, and Justin Rose all to finish in the top 20 with ties. Different section on FanDuel. Go check that one out. And then obviously both have our winners, Bryson DeChambeau and Rory McIlroy. It's going to be a very fun weekend, Thursday through Sunday. Park your butts on the couch and watch everything that goes down at Augusta National. Alongside Andrew Della, Piana, I'm Adam Avin. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Beat the Bookie, and we hope you enjoy some awesome golf. See you later.